E vamos indo. Aqui numa missão de ação, mas... Nossa, nave bonita de carga. A gente tem que aprender a construir um entreposto aqui pra ganhar dinheiro. Eu não tô ganhando dinheiro na vida real, pelo menos pelo menos na ficção, né, gente? Por favor.
I like it. Nice change of pace from Aquila City. Boot tracks. Several pairs by the look. Not too old either. Let's head down into the canyon and see if we can find more.
These canyons bend in ways that occlude our line of sight. The wind makes it harder to hear, so be careful.
Aliens would have kept me busy for months. I'd have looked into every nook and cranny.
Cacete. Pô, alguém podia me ajudar aqui a dar um tiro nesse bicho, hein? Pô, bando de gente cuzona, cara.
Good eye, Deputy. Looks like we're heading in the right direction.
Não é?
I'm so ready for this.
Cadê a aranha piranha? Nossa, o bicho voou. Por quê? Um querido morto.
Grab some cover.
Pô, o bicho se escondeu debaixo d'água. Dá uma voada lá do Neida, velho. Parece? Ah, eu tô no mínimo aqui.
Look out!
garrafa térmica. Nossa, o bicho desapareceu. Ouch!
Let's just hope they're not perched up on these canyon walls, waiting to snipe at us. Nice to get out under the sky for a spell. Grab some cover!
O quê? Uma torreta.
Did you say something?
Now.
Au! Esse bicho gigante ficou na frente, velho. Eita! Au! Isso dói, caralho. Amiguinho, vem cá. Vem cá.
I've been thinking a lot about my early days in Constellation lately.
Então, você vai carregar.
Nostalgic. I started digging in some old things.
Mas agora não é a hora de
I found
falar
some of
disso.
Irvin's last messages to me and thought I'd listen to them again to hear his voice. Oh, sorry, I got ahead of myself there. Remember a bit ago we were talking about Constellation? I've just been thinking about it since. And Irvin, my husband, used to be in Constellation way back when. So my mind jumped to thinking about him. So I was listening to these old messages to hear his voice.
Segundo os zangados, isso aqui é lacração. Falar que o cara tinha um passado, marido, isso é lacração. Entendeu? É isso aqui que ele tá querendo dizer, gente. A lacração que tem no jogo é isso.
No, I apparently read at least a few of these. I just don't remember. It was a difficult time. It was surreal, honestly. So most of the messages were everyday things. Lots of excitedly written news about biodiversity and plant life. But one thing stood out. In one of his messages, he mentioned this job that he took at a mine shortly before he died. He said something terrible was happening there, but the message was garbled after that. True, but this was different. I recognized this pattern from the war. A portion of the message was encrypted. Well, Vasco helped me decipher it. Turns out the message was from Irvin, and he was begging me to help him. The message was short, but his voice was pained. He was so upset. No, he was frustrated and angry. He said they were going to destroy his name. He said they were going to destroy his life if he didn't leave the planet now. Then he asked me to help clear his name. Said they had a case against him. Oh, he sounded so upset. Yes. Hearing his voice in so much pain was very difficult. Oh, I wish I had noticed this message when he sent it. So in this message, Irvin said he was being framed. He said they'll do it again. He asked if Constellation could send more help. No, I just thought it was garbled. I just wasn't paying attention. I don't know. Not exactly sure, but he mentioned a court case. So I think there's a paper trail.
Cara, eu tenho vocação pra repórter. Quantidade de pergunta. Nossa, que grosso.
His former employers had some job he took before he died. I think it was a mining company. It is, but I was thinking about it and, well, it's still wrong, right? So I figured, hey, I can do some sort of a remote investigation here, see what I can find out. There's gotta be a paper trail, right? Now, I happen to have a trustworthy contact who knows a bit about law and owes me a favor. I'd need to pay in advance in case there are any access fees or bribes.
Oh, meu
That
querido.
works. I'll tell them to go ahead with the investigation. You know, hearing Irvin's voice again made me want to help him, even though I know I can't. Does that make any sense? Huh. Can't say I've had that effect on anyone before. Hopefully poking around in old records doesn't catch the attention of Hephaestus. Well, anyway, I'll let you know if my contact finds anything.
Ok. Tá, mas vamos pro
Need something?
inicial.
I
Isso.
might have some room if you need me to carry something.
Isso. De socar coisa de. Coisa que eu coletei. Inventário. Recursos.
Well, okay then. Excusez-moi. Okay, right.
Tá todo mundo bem?
You smell that? I bet my badge that's wood smoke from a campfire. They're close. Be ready.
This narrow nick in the canyon is the perfect spot for an ambush. That's what I'd do anyway.
Ih, rapaz, tem uma navona lá, ó.
Right in that damn neighborhood.
bank ought to keep the marshal tied up for a while.
Wait. You mean that whole thing was a setup to keep the Rangers distracted? We're gonna have some...
Well now, look who's here. Ms. Wagner called in the cavalry. Except it ain't much of a cavalry. I suggest you turn around and walk away while you still can.
And here I was hoping they'd be happy to see us.
Oh, it ain't exactly the farm that's special. But that ain't none of your business.
É da minha conta, sim, senhor.
Don't recognize the uniforms. Guess I shouldn't be surprised. It's like the Major said, everyone's conveniently forgotten. Forgotten our sacrifice. Forgotten how we were betrayed. We'll make them all remember soon enough. I promise you that.
Ah, mas precisa ficar enchendo o saco dos outros pra isso?
That's none of your damn business. You think you're in a position to make demands.
Aham.
Well, I've got news for you. All you're getting from me is a shallow grave. So, got any last words I should try to remember? Oh, I think it does. We've been found out! Don't let him leave here alive! Teach him a lesson! Look out!
Vai chorar? Vai chorar? Desgraça, vai chorar? Hein? Hein? Vai chorar, otário? Vai chorar? Vai chorar? Hein? Ai, que saco. Carrega logo essa bosta. Você tem certeza que ele não sou? Eu tô com a 12 na mão. Porra!
Well, they don't need it now.
Vai soltar faísca na mãe! Desgraça!
That was a lot rougher than I expected. Let's talk.
Agora vamos catar coisas.
Are you okay?
Sim.
Not usually. Most of the bad guys we run into are smart enough to stand down when they see the badge. No way they're common thugs or hired muscle. The weapons, the training, the steel nerves. No, these guys were professionals.
Era,
That
né?
badge with the number 1, I feel like I've seen that before, but it was a long time ago. Really? Guess you've led a pretty exciting life.
Pouquinho.
Maybe the less I know about that, the better. Let's search the area. Maybe we can find something that explains what these guys were up to. Hopefully, we can find something that explains who these guys were and why they were after the Wagner farm. Likewise.
I'm all ears.
Meu contato lá dentro não decepcionou. Já estou com a sua nave recém-saída de fábrica. Que vergonha para Hope Tech. Vou deixar no local combinado assim que os créditos caírem na minha conta. Se precisarem de mais algum roubo de nave, é só chamar. Tô sempre atrás de serviço. Amada.
What
Find
if
anything
we leave a
interesting?
few things here and make a second trip?
Let's see what we have here. Interesting. So, their ship was stolen from the Hope Tech factory. Whoever pulled that off must have been one hell of a shipjacker. Well, I guess someone really wants that farm bad. Speaking of which, let's get back there and let Miss Wagner know that she's safe. For now.
Ih. Ah, tá ali.
Do you see anything useful over here?
Adoro remédio. Remédio é bom. Inacessível. Sacanagem. Sacanagem. Mas que sacanagem. Será que eu ganho essa nave? Barrett, come on. I need to talk to you. Please. I need your muscles.
You're handling this whole captain thing really. Sure. Just let me move some things around.
Peguei, cacete. É pra ir no meu inventário e entregar ele. Idiota. Eita.
I might have some room in here. Let's see. Hap. One of my first jobs was scanning everything on lifeless moons. Boring? Eh, peaceful is more like it.
É, fi. Mas é chato. Nossa, o próprio cara do jogo fala que ficar escaneando as coisas é chato. Acorda, fia.
What happened? Did you find those men? Well, it's good to see you're all right then. They must have been crazy or desperate, trying to take on the Freestar Rangers. So who were they? And why do they want my farm? Hope Tech? The cargo ship company? Sorry, I don't know anything about that. So I have no way of knowing if there aren't more coming. Guess I'll start sleeping with a gun nearby. I can't thank you enough. I'd hate to be remembered as the wagoner who couldn't hold on to the farm that's been in the family for so long. Of course. All the same, I'm grateful. If you have any more trouble, give us a call. We're in system, so it won't take long to get someone out here. All right, Deputy. Let's get back to the rock. We need to report this to the Marshal.
Hello.
Let's see what's out there.
Hello, Barrett. Hello. Querida.
I love coffee. It's my second favorite thing in the galaxy. Next to
Foda-se.
reading about you.
Ainda vem pro lugar errado, puta que pariu.
Got my attention, Captain. Yes, let's make sure we have everything. Be prepared for anything, right?
Certo, vai me dar outra coisa aí.
No, that's all I have to.
That landed not too long ago?
Late one night, Annie Wilcox tried to arrest me.
You're too back. I shared a drink with Ron over here. Man can drink.
Mas como é que eu subo lá?
Work hard, play hard. That
Porra, mano.
Just making my way.
Ah, tá. Achei.
Finally. We have so much to do. No time for sleeping.
Not everyone gets to say they work in the rock.
What's the story on Montero Luna?
That call we got from Wagoner Farm turned out to be a little more interesting than I was expecting. Some men were trying to run the Wagoners off their land. They tried to buy it first, but when that didn't work, they turned to threats. We confronted them, and unfortunately, it came to violence. None of them survived.
You helped someone in need and came back alive. That's a job well done. For the time being, yes, but you could still be in danger. That's why we need to fill in some blanks. What did you make of these men who were trying to take the farm? I had a feeling you were no stranger to combat. Good thing, too, given the turn of events.
Yeah, I had you figured for someone who'd been shot at more than a few times.
Now, did you find anything that might give us a lead on why these men wanted the farm? Hope Tech ships ain't exactly cheap. That thief could probably tell us a lot about these men you ran into.
There's something else. They were dressed in Freestar militia uniforms. The unit badge was yellow on black with the number 1. They also said something about being forgotten. They seemed bitter about it, resentful. Didn't you fight in the Colony War, Marshal? Any of that sound familiar?
The 1st Cavalry. I was in that unit for a while. But it was disbanded decades ago. After the Battle of Nera. What was left of it, anyway. The war between the United Colonies and the Freestar Collective? Worst conflict the settled systems has ever seen. Each side unleashed terrible weapons on the other. And countless people died. The armistice was signed 20 years ago. But a lot of folks still bear their scars. I suppose it ain't impossible, but it's real damn unlikely. The unit was pretty much wiped out, and the few that survived ended up in prison after a court-martial for disobeying orders. I don't recall how long the sentence was. The 1st Cavalry lost almost all their mechs and soldiers in a big push to take a United Colonies base. They were just about there when a ceasefire order came down. Both sides had just lost too much by then. It was a bloodbath. The commanding officer of the 1st disobeyed the order. He didn't want the lives of his soldiers to be sacrificed for nothing. They court-martialed him, and the rest of the surviving officers, and locked them all up. No, it doesn't. Just raises more questions. It's a good bet that starship thief can help us get some answers. The Hope Tech factory is in Hope Town on Polvo. Nia Kalu's our ranger stationed out there. She can introduce you to Ron Hope, the president of Hope Tech. He might be able to help you find the thief. Just make sure you stay on his good side. He's on the Council of Governors, and they're the ones we answer to. The ruling body that oversees the Freestar Collective and the Rangers. The council members are the political and corporate elite of the Freestar Collective, so we have to tread lightly when we're dealing with them. Proud, stubborn, and smart. A self-made man. He built Hope Tech through blood, sweat, and sheer willpower. Normally, I'd praise that kind of dedication, but you need to maintain a sense of perspective here. Our authority and our power comes from the Council of Governors. Remember that. This is your assignment now, Deputy. Work with the other Rangers. Find out what you can about those men on Montero Luna. Meantime, I'll look into a possible connection with the 1st Cavalry. Good hunting.
Nicely done. Excuse me. Be safe out there.
Obrigado. Obrigado, mano.
Hey there, Deputy.
Once we head through those gates, the Asta will start hunting us down pretty fast, so beware.
Excuse me, but I have preparations to make for the next Council of Governors meeting. They are the ruling body of the Freestar Collective. Mainly the local governments take care of themselves, but when we need to act together, the Council steps in. The only member in Aquila City right now is Elias Cartwright. This is the official consulate of Aquila City. Any visiting dignitaries from the United Colonies or House Varun reside here. We also handle official communication with them as well.
My cousin's thinking of joining the militia.
Good for them.
But I worry about her. The vets of the Colony War. A lot of them came home just not the same.
Colony War was a disaster. Your business. There is another war. Hopefully it won't be like that.
I think... Hi, how you doing?
Hey, I heard you had done lobsters.
Kinda in the middle of something.
Rocha. Lugar de música. Uma cidade meio country com um lugar com música sertaneja, parece.
If you're looking for the Rangers, check the upper levels, or the cantina.
Eu saio do arrocho. Aqui no mapa da superfície tinha que ter os locais.
Annie Wilcox. You're new in town, aren't you? That means I'm gonna keep my eye on you.
Não dá nada.
Nice try. But when I don't want to be seen, I'm like an Ashta in the night. Is it? Or are you just saying that? See, I work for the Freestar Rangers. I'm the first ever Ranger Surveillance Assistant. And that's not some dumb made-up title. Ranger Emma Wilcox gave it to me. So it's official. I watch people and listen to them. If I hear something about smuggling or Aurora or gangs, I tell the Rangers. It's easy, because no one pays attention to kids. Plus, I know a lot of good hiding places all over the city. That's right. She's a senior ranger, which means she's in charge of me and all the other rangers. Well, except Diego, because he's a senior ranger too. Oh, and the marshal. He's in charge of all the rangers. I'm the best ranger surveillance assistant that ever lived. Someday, I'll teach other kids the tricks of the trade. Gotta prepare the next generation, because I won't be here forever. So what's it gonna be? Are you gonna be a law-abiding citizen? Or are you gonna be on my list? My list of people who might be troublemakers, so I have to watch them extra close. You don't want to be on my list. That's the right answer. I just hope you mean it. Aquila City is just crawling with crime. It's everywhere. And it's up to us Rangers to do something about it.
And Ranger Surveillance Assistants.
Someone's stealing guns and stuff from Laredo Arms.
And none of the adults believe us.
So we're hoping, you know, you can help us break it all open. My mother is Senior Ranger Emma Wilcox. And she said that I am a Ranger Surveillance Assistant. Ask her yourself. Because they're dumb. I give security whole lists of crimes and leads, and they barely pay attention anymore. I'm practically doing their job for them. Emily was right about you. I was doing my ranger patrol one night, and there was a suspicious character casing Laredo Arms. I watched him as long as I could, but I had to rush home for bedtime. First thing in the morning, I came back and interrogated Justin Sneed. And he said they were tracking down an inventory discrepancy. I told him about the suspicious stranger, but Mr. Sneed didn't believe me. I've checked back regularly with Mr. Sneed. Well, up until he told me I'm trespassing. And he said their new inventory system keeps, hiccuping. But it's no hiccup. It's robbery. This case was too big for just one ranger, so I deputized Emily.
I'm an Assistant Ranger Surveillance Assistant.
Or, something like that. And we found out that the thief breaks in most nights. Like, really late. He's got his own key card. We just need to catch him. Security will believe you. We did all the things. Crime scene investigated. Witnesses interviewed. And suspect tailed.
Looks like all the hard work is already done here. Do you think he spotted you?
I followed the suspect all day. He had no idea.
Emily caught him opening the side door one night. That's when we knew for sure we have an actual criminal here. You're doing Aquila City a big service. Best I figure he's there around midnight. You need to wait for him to exit Laredo, then catch him red-handed. We need to bring him to justice.
Bora aqui. 15,59. Ah, depois eu venho aqui e vejo isso.
Garn has always been a bit of a pit in my stomach. I know it wasn't related to Irvin's death, but it happened right before he died, so the events were both emotionally linked to me. Let's get out there and do something new today, shall we? Yes. Mm-hmm.
Someone painted some choice words on the
Courier 8148 detected. Error. You have already checked in at this drop-off location. Please resume standard route. Check-in accepted. You are late, courier. Please complete delivery and proceed along your route.
You ever read about the early history of spaceflight? Well, looks like we've hit a dead end.
Check-in accepted. Please continue along your route, courier.
Gagarin was a one-industry city for a long time.
We just learned about Earth in school. When I get my own ship, I'm going there.
You heading outside the city? Be careful. The heat doesn't kill you.
Back at last. Did you find the courier? And more importantly, my package?
Think you might need to work on those priorities a bit.
I'm sorry if my straightforwardness offends you. Now, did you find the man or not? My God, dead? Well, I suppose that explains why my employee, Mr. Maximoff, disappeared so suddenly. And why the tracking beacon I installed on his ship was detected fleeing the planet. Here, your payment for finding the courier. It seems you've got some chops when it comes to investigation. What would you say to finding Mr. Maximoff for me? Seeing what he knows about where our data might have wandered off to. Mr. Maximoff was, and may still be, one of Reliant's most ambitious young executives. His business is Reliant's business. If he was to do something rash, like run off with Reliant's confidential and proprietary data, then it's our responsibility to know that. Hence the tracker. And why I'd appreciate your help in confirming if that's the case or not. Excellent. Mr. Maximoff, Bonifant, appears to have set down on another world here in Alpha Centauri, Hawley. Go there and see what he may know on the subject of our fallen courier and our missing data.
If my services are inadequate, please.
The best cereal is Chocolate Labs. Ships of the line. Okay, too.
It always feels like I'm on some sort of vacation when I'm here. We could get food at a restaurant like fancy people if you want.
Together we can really make a difference. One pirate's unfortunate demise logged. We're making space safer, fulfilling our civic obligation. This is great, right?
Galbank really wants the UC to know who's holding the purse strings, you know?
This job is a bit of an unknown. A small company's CEO suddenly disappeared, defaulting on a very serious loan we gave her. No one knows if she embezzled the funds, is stranded somewhere, or heck, was kidnapped. And we have a lead on where she is. Please, please, please try and handle this delicately. Who knows? Everything about her case file is just odd. I wouldn't be surprised if something was waiting for you there, and it won't be good. I feel better already. Good luck!
Please, if you experience any issues in your dealings with the distribution center, let us know. We're always striving to improve. Welcome to UC Distribution. Something I can do for you? Yes, of course. Please, take a look.
Itch. Merda.
Yes. Back to it then.
Bora dormir. Tá na hora.